I had a little bit of an idea of what graphic design was, but I thought it was, I suppose, exclusively logo design, and that was kind of it. But then we were exposed to so many different things, design-wise. So for our final year project, obviously we were allowed to do whatever we wanted in terms of outcomes. So I kind of just used all the skills I had learned up along. What I did was a campaign to encourage young people to spend more time outside. First of all, you discover the Wild Things movement on social media. Then you watch the promo video. You then can download the app and you can connect, share, challenge with others. It kind of works as a social media platform as well. And then learn more with the Wild Things guide. So I also designed a little book. So I made it very photographic based. Lots of cool little facts as well that I thought people might be interested in. Then basically get outside, that's the most important thing. So this is my logo here. I probably did about 50 different versions of it. Pages and pages of like handwriting and just scribbles, and eventually came up with this one, which I think suits the brand quite well. It's kind of untamed and kind of scratchy, and I kind of based that on like the rings of a tree. I kind of wanted to portray nature as this sort of drug that's really beneficial for your brain and your mind, and I just wanted to make it kind of playful and kind of fun, and really it's just to encourage people to go outside more.
It's an interactive audio visual live show in the context of live cinema.
Almost like an interactive gig in a way.
That we set up with the band The Altered Hours.
Yeah, so I was art director, so that kind of entailed a few things.
What were the themes? I keep saying teams. Themes.
The teams, eh?
Themes.
Alright, so the theme itself is based on romanticism. It's a running commentary on modern futility. So the show is split into 3 sections, so we kind of presented just these organic images.
Like looking into the history of visual, audio and visual art to best create what's kind of known as flow. Mahami Csikszentmihalyi, Mahali Csikszentmihalyi. Yeah, insert his name, or you can put a little caption over when I'm talking. Yeah, I'll point to it and it'll come up on the screen.
A little flash of his like face.
Yeah. We built an immersive environment using 4 screens, large screens.
So it's just a matter of kind of pixel pushing them into place.
I'd say you just need to remap them, is it?
Is that backwards on that screen there?
Alright, cool. We actually put sensors and stuff within the band members' instruments so that as they perform, they'd naturally affect the visuals of the show. Just using a variety of different sensors like piezo transducers, ultrasonic sensors and stuff. For example, the one here is mapped to a strobe effect, so every time you tap it, it toggles the strobe on or off. They were attached to the lead guitarist's pedal, so every time he turned on a certain guitar effect, the effect would correspond with the sound that it was making.
The concept of live cinema was something that we built the project around, so that sense of walking into a cinema theatre where you're about to kind of immerse yourself in a story, you literally walk into the performance from the very get-go.
I think it was just nice to kind of, rather than relying on individual skills, to able to combine like a kind of pool of different talents to make something a bit different.
Yeah, we're bros. We're bros, yeah.
No. Yeah.
Bros from different hoes.
different
area codes.
Anyway, cut that bit out.
Open to that one.
Yeah, you can start with that quote, yeah.
I used to make art that was kind of an expression of like a lot of dark thoughts and feelings, and now I've realized that like that's just the death of any artist. So I've started making art to kind of elevate myself out of those dark thoughts and feelings, because it was the only way I could cope with the last 4 years. So I started making things that were almost like things that would be more altar-like, or things that would be more in an environment where people would walk in and want peace. I wanted to build something really practical, which is a fireplace basically. So I I made tiles and a light box to make basically a domestic altar. In 2014 in Ireland, all open fireplaces were banned in new builds because they're really fuel inefficient, but I wanted to kind of make a statement that there will be something lost in that, and that is the craft around tiling and fireplaces and masonry and things like that will be lost. I guess for me, like nature and definitely woodlands are the ultimate solace, where some people might go to a cathedral or a church or some sort of organized religion to feel a sense of peace. I would go to woods. I loathe kind of perfection and straight lines and things like that, so I play with that with craft and drawing and illustration. There's always that imperfection, which I love. To me, that's craft. It's this element of humanity, wabi-sabi, things being a little lopsided. And so branches, to me, are kind of like the roof of a cathedral, something to look up to, something to reach out. And so it's ceramics, glass, and textiles, just to kind of bring all the aspects of the applied arts course together, which is ceramics, glass, and textiles. And I use all of these materials to basically showcase like what kind of inspires me visually.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Did it come with those little images on the presses?
Yeah. That's what kind of made me buy it in the end. I was just a bit...
You don't get like designs like that anymore.
No, no.
Pretty.
No, it's actually a 1950s wardrobe. Like,
They're so ostentatious in the 50s, isn't it?
I've always had like a real eye for the old antiques. Like, but really what I'm trying to get at with this work is just that the social anxiety involved with coming out of the closet. And I guess art is my way of kind of relieving those social anxieties in a sense. Well, I'm kind of telling my own story really with this stuff. So it's just kind of helped me kind of get out my own shell really, to making these films and stuff. And I think most gay people can kind of understand that to an extent. But like I was making films with my friend Keen Flaherty back in Stradbally Village in Watford like 10 years ago, and it just didn't really clock in the head that I was more into film than anything else until I kind of came to Crawford. But no, Crawford's fantastic for the fact that it allows you to at least pin down what you're most good at and what you're most really comfortable at. And it's only a progression you can kind of see in yourself with a good amount of experience and 4 years of college.